Well, I got these new glasses I'm wearing right now with a video camera in it. Hopefully the quality will be good enough where I can actually utilize it and post stuff on YouTube. We'll try it here, obviously, that's what I'm doing. But I called Waupun Implement this morning. I've been kind of putzing around on the internet the last couple weeks and, ordering parts for this planter. Some of these, well, that one's good, but, the bearings go shot on stuff, so I'm ordering stuff. I ordered some spiked closing wheels here for it. That wasn't cheap. But anywho's, main reason why I've been poking around is called Justin from Waupun Implement and talked about getting an FM 750 Easy Steer for the TW35. I can't even imagine how handy that will be. A couple of reasons. A, I can work at night. Or at least not, I don't want to work into the night as much. I don't really want to. But like this spring, I ran into a lot of situations where it was constantly raining. So when you got a good couple of days to plant, and actually in our case it would be like a day to plant, one, and you had to just absolutely run your ass off and plant as long as you could without screwing around. If anything went wrong, you weren't finishing that field or fields what you were trying to do. I ran into that a ton of times. It would be starting to get dark, and here you are 3/4 of the way through the field, and it's pitch black out, and seed is not cheap. You don't want to screw it up. You want to do a good job. You want to make sure everything's working right, and I just didn't feel comfortable risking it, so I quit. Then it would rain the next day, so here you've got an unfinished field, then you've got rain, and sometimes it wasn't just like a rain that night, and not like just like a quarter or an eighth of an inch. No, it was like 2 inches of rain, shut you down for sometimes 3-4 days at a time. So now you've got this field, and the one field that did it to me, I couldn't get it done, and it was spread out over a week and a half. So that's pretty stupid and absolutely unacceptable. I believe it's unacceptable. You should get the field done. So anyways, it would totally eliminate that. And also, these markers are a pain in the ass on this planter. Right now, it's the short ones for beans, and the planter stays just the way you see it here. Well, for corn, it folds all out, and it does 12 rows. This, what it's set up right now, is a split row at 15-inch rows at 13 of them. So the markers, though, what I'm saying is if you get any type of hill or angle, the way they're set real short, you won't, the mark will actually pick up off the ground and stop marking. So if you have any type of terrain or slopes in a field, some of the fields you're doing some guesswork on, and I think that's bullshit. So it'll fix that. Gosh, it'll just be great. But definitely looking forward to that. Should be out sometime later this week to kind of get some ideas how to do the brackets and stuff for it. But man, how great will that be? I'm pretty excited about that. Supposedly it's going to cost around $6,000 or better, and actually a little more money too if I want to have that same monitor read the population on this guy, and it'll tell me doubles, skips, and it also said to do singulation too. So that'll all be nice. I have a monitor. It's an old Dickie John 3000, so it blinks at you and it'll tell you if a row isn't working. It'll tell you what the general population is. Pretty close, but it's not very accurate. So it'd be nice to have something more accurate than that, something more modern. But yeah, that'll be just absolutely fantastic. We'll move this thing here. Just want to kind of test out the camera quality on this thing. Back this guy out. Let I run anything over here? Oh my luck, I'll fuck something up here. But there is one thing I'll need to take. Ooh, it's cold. The steering doesn't like that. Oh yeah. So there's one thing I'll have to do. The O-ring on the bottom of the steering motor on this tractor is going shot and does leak oil. So we'll need to get that fixed. Because we can't have the steering wheel sloppy. Like right now, that's kind of unacceptable. So I'll have to maybe replace a couple of parts in the front and get that to be less sloppy. Because the Easy Steer actually is a wheel that sits on here and then turns the steering wheel. I'm not too sure how I'll do it. Maybe I can come off this. I don't know. I'll have to figure out how to mount the thing. I'm not too sure how to do that just yet. But we'll figure it out. But how nice is that gonna be? My neighbors have it, and they have some little fancier tractors than I do, but a lot of them are older. Like he has a 7120 case, and he sprays with that. He's got one on there. He says he likes it. He has one on his Case Magnum, loves it, and he plants with that. So, if you can't tell, I'm actually pretty darn excited about it. I'm not too worried about the price, actually. I mean, $6,000 isn't a small amount of money by any means. I'd be lying to say anything different. But in the general scheme of things, especially me being a one-man show, I think the productivity would pay for itself in actually one season. I really do believe that. I just do. I don't know really where I'm going here. I probably shouldn't be going here. Take this and turn it around. This cornfield here ran about 240 bushels to the acre. It's been no-tilled for oh gosh, quite a while now. I want to say maybe going 14, 15 years now. And I planted cereal rye here in the fall. Everything got real late, but this was the first field that I was able to get into and plant for corn. And I don't know how the cereal rye is going to make it, or if it's going to make it. I mean, I just don't know. Our winter's been really warm and really cold, and then no snow, then a whole bunch of snow, and now we have a little snow, and it's really cold again after it rained on it. I mean, the poor plants. Cereal rye is an extremely resilient cover crop, but I don't care how resilient you are. I mean, it would be hard to survive that shit. Well, you can see it. It's there. It is kind of burnt on the tips, but there's definitely going to be some winter kill. It's just going to be how much is there going to be. Imagine sitting here, huh? Not having to steer this thing. How cool will that be? I hope it works out. Been watching some videos on YouTube about other people who've got it, and they seem to really like it. I don't think some people really need it. Like I was watching on there's a guy that's brush mowing with it. Like that's just stupid. You can do a good enough job brush mowing. That just seems ridiculous to me. Well, yeah, as far as planting, makes all the sense in the world. It just does. Spraying makes all the sense in the world. Spreading fertilizer, like applicating dry granular out of a buggy, that makes sense to me. That way you're not overlapping. Because let me tell you what, that shit is not cheap. Not by any means anymore. I almost fell over dead when I booked my fertilizer here just a week ago. It's absolutely insane how the price has increased on that. And I do spread a significant amount of fertilizer after each cutting of hay, so it's not like I'm not going to use it. So yeah, that's what we've got going on the farm right now. burning wood, heating bills.